So you developed your practice and you're heavy into it. You're still going to court and the removal and you're doing bond hearings. Like when I talk, you always doing some stuff I would never do. I'm like, oh man, there's so much work to do. Know what you do. How do you manage it? What does your team look like right now?
So there are about 4 attorneys going to work, and we have support staff of about 15 to 20, depending on how we're counting them. We have several overseas. We have a support staff of about four that are in Nicaragua. And then we have someone in Colombia, Ecuador. Obviously, for Spanish speaking cases, they can help us, but it helps hiring people abroad, obviously, can help keep the costs low
Yeah.
for our clients. Most of our clients don't have a lot of money. And so we're always looking for efficiencies and ways to bring costs down. And then we have a sports staff of about 10 here. Yeah. In the 2 offices, we have an office in Stockton, here in Berkeley. And yeah, so that's about it.
And what are the focus practice areas? If they ask what kind of immigration law do you, what would you say are your go-tos?
Definitely, it would be asylum. And there's 2 types of asylum for those who don't know or practice, but there's the affirmative asylum, which is when you're in the United States and you say, hey, look, I can't go back to my home country. Maybe you flew here from another country, maybe you flew from China, India, anywhere. And then maybe you come as a tourist or a student, you say, I can't go back. You file affirmatively with the government. You give them your papers and say, hey, I want to stay here. And then there's a second type called defensive, which is people who cross the border and say, hey, look, I can't, usually through Mexico, but they come from all over the world and they come up across the border. And when they come across the border and they're caught by the Customs and Border Protection, then they basically say, hey, look, I want to apply for asylum. And that's called defensive. And those people, the people who come across the border, are usually put into immigration court right away. And so that's when you see a judge. And the other people who come and say, here's my application, they see an asylum officer. And so those are asylum is probably 60% of our cases. And then the rest is a lot of family-based petition or humanitarian petition. So like U visas, people who are victims of crimes in the United States. But for myself and for the other lawyers, for the staff, this is what we enjoy. I know some people stick to other just like family-based matters or maybe business immigration. What we do is pretty intense because of stories of what people are going through, but also the stakes of everything, very high stakes if someone doesn't win their case. And I got to say that like sometimes I wish I didn't have that pressure, but on the other hand, that's what's the most exciting part of my business as well.